region's gotten global recognition in recent years for our story of economic, environmental, and quality of life transformation, especially over the past 30 years or so. The re-engineering of an old industrial town into a diverse, knowledge-driven center of innovation was made possible to a significant degree by the rise of the eds and meds, especially the University of Pittsburgh and Carnegie Mellon. And for half the past generation, Mark Nordenberg has been driving the transformation as Chancellor of the University of Pittsburgh. Chancellor Nordenberg steps down at the end of the month, but he is far from ready for the rocking chair, and he's back with us today on Our Region's Business. Good to have you.
Great to be here, Bill. Thanks.
Yeah, well, it's been quite a tenure and quite a time of transformation, not just at the university, but for Pittsburgh, and there's a lot of interrelationship there. But I think I'd like to start with, kind of the pit you found, when you got the top job versus the one you're leaving to your successor. I mean, how do you really view then and now?
Well, Pitt always has been a great place, and it's been here for 227 years, contributing in a range of ways. But it was a university that seemed to be a little bit stuck back in the mid-1990s. A lot of things weren't moving forward, and we really have turned things around. Just describing it in words, I would say that Pitt today is a place that is bursting with happy, hardworking, high-achieving students, satisfied parents, talented, committed, ambitious faculty, and very proud alumni. But on almost any front, you can also measure the progress of the university. We've just about quadrupled applications for admission. We have quadrupled our assets. We've increased our endowment by about 7 times in a period where everyone, including the rating agencies, is talking about the tough times ahead for higher education. We just had a ratings upgrade, and we've gone through a couple of years where we finished a $2 billion capital campaign, moved to a new athletic conference, the ACC, had a great Middle States reaccreditation report that confirmed our position as a world-class research university, but also talked in really heartwarming ways about the human qualities of the institution. So I don't know if there's a university that has moved as far upward as Pitt has in the last 20 years.
It's pretty remarkable. How do you account for that? I mean, what was sort of the opportunity you saw, and what made it possible to actually capture the opportunity?
Well, I thought that there was a lot of untapped potential there. And really, we had to create an environment in which ambitious people believed this is the place where I can really get my work done. And we had to demonstrate that as an administration, we could get things done ourselves. And before too long, people were thinking about Pitt. People inside were thinking about Pitt in a different way, which fueled their work. And then, before you knew it, people on the outside were thinking about Pitt in a different way. So it's been a happy story.
Well, you think too about sort of the rise of the Pitt as a research institution, the enormous infusion, especially federal research dollars that comes into the region, had to have been a big driver of this change.
It was a huge driver, and we went from about under $250 million a year in annual research expenditures, above $800 million during the stimulus time. We're at about $700 million now. But that does mean that Pitt and Carnegie Mellon together are bringing in today almost or more than $1 billion of research support. And in the time I've been Chancellor, Pitt alone has imported $10 billion in research support into the local economy, and that's a big driver.
Well, and that's a lot of people. That's a lot of payroll that's being supported. The Pittsburghers that are doing research and being supported by this kind of innovation.
Well, it's the people who are doing the research, and then it's all of the businesses that they patronize. That money gets recycled as they get haircuts or buy pizzas or get their cars repaired. And then, of course, the research work at both of the universities also has provided the foundation for much of the hope for the industries and companies and jobs of the future. So that's been a big part of the story of the last 20 years, too.
Well, and it really has, you think. And when we come back in our segment, I want to pick up a little bit on where we're headed and what's ahead. But when you think about the hundreds of companies and the tens of thousands of jobs that have been created by these innovation engines in Oakland, it's an astounding part of the Pittsburgh transformation. So when we come back, we'll pick up a little bit on where we go from here with Mark Nordenberg, still Chancellor of the University of Pittsburgh. We'll be right back. Stay with us.